Hey everyone, Regal Reviews here. It is White Rice Wednesday, so it's time for my Survivor recap. And let me just tell you, I am on cloud nine right now because this was one great episode, and I truly do love this season. Um, so to recap on tonight's episode, let's start with the Gen X tribe. At the Gen X tribe, they're still dealing with figuring out if they could trust David or not, and David is really working to try to prove himself to everyone and to himself, and he actually starts a fire. And when you're a fire starter in Survive, that at least guarantees you a few more days anyway. And David offered to go and get rocks for his whole tribe, and it was a nice cover story because he was getting rocks for people to sit on, but he was also going to look for an idol. And I gotta say, very good cover story because you're looking for an idol on the ground and trees and everything. You're getting dirty, but you're also getting dirty picking up rocks. So he had a very good alibi. And he went back a couple times, and there it was. He found an idol, but for the first time, I don't believe Survivor's ever done this before. They actually hid the idol in a coconut, so David had to try to crack it open, and he did. Because I thought he was going to go back and get a tool or something, which at that case, it would have been obvious. But he did get the idol, so now he has an idol. So congratulations to David for finding the first idol of the season. Nick is... No, not Nick. Ken is kind of bonding with David because he said he used to be shy and everything, and David's been opening up, so he feels he should open up. And they figure out that Paul has what they call Paul's posse, and he's clearly running the show over there. And they said if Gen X loses the next challenge, they're gone. And while Cece and Ken are talking strategy, Paul collapsed, like he's having trouble breathing, and the medics come in, and when the medics come in, it's never a good sign. And they're trying to check and see if he has had a heart attack, and that's serious. I mean, I can't imagine what's going through Paul's mind at the moment. And Jeff was sure that they'd have to send him home. I mean, they even brought a chopper in, but Dr. Joe confirmed that it was not a heart attack, thank goodness. It was just heat exhaustion and dehydration. So I'm glad Paul gets to stay in the game because medevac, I've mentioned many times in my recaps and my reviews that a medevac is just no way to go. It's better just to be voted out and go out with honor than to go out with a medevac. It's just an awful way to go. I wouldn't wish that on anyone. And what was amazing to me is that when you're on Survivor, you obviously have different alliances, and it's clear on both Millennials and the Gen X tribe, but they have different alliances. But they all band together. They tried to help Paul. They're giving him water. Sunday was there comforting him, and was one of the first ones there to try to help him. So it was really reassuring that even though they have different alliances out there, they're all family. When one of them is down, they all band together. With the Millennials tribe, there's a little romance going on between Figgy and Taylor, and if you're a fan of Survivor, you know that couples are a very dangerous thing in the game, and usually, they try to get the couples voted out first, and they were actually caught kissing by Michaela. So if Taylor and Figgy want to have a little romance on Survivor, they're entitled to it, but I just hope they have a plan in case, they're on the chopping block. And that's all anyone could talk about at camp is that Taylor and Figgy. I wonder what their ship name would be. But anyway, that's all people can talk about. And Michaela, I have to give her credit because she was furious, but she knew that if she would say something, then she'd be on the chopping block next. So she was keeping her composure together, and it's just so annoying on that tribe. The thing that I find most annoying is Mari. I mentioned that last week, and it's the fact that she can't go an episode without mentioning games. We get it. You're a freaking gamer on YouTube. We get it. Like, I counted how many times she said, um, I even counted how many times she said, mentioned gaming tonight. It was just ridiculous. I just hate how self-entitled she is. But with the immunity challenge, um, they had to go dive in the water, race up a ramp, and they had to catch a key. Yes, I believe it was a key. And then the next part of the challenge, they had to dive in to try to unlock these rings to toss at the, to, basically do a ring toss. And, it was pretty neck and neck there for a while. Both tribes were doing great, but then Millennials had a lead going there, but then Gen X caught up to them, and Gen X actually ended up winning the immunity challenge. And I honestly didn't know if they were going to, because Cece and David were kind of the weakest links in the challenges, so I thought they were going to lose it for them. But congratulations, Gen X tribe, for winning the immunity challenge. So that made me a bit worried, because I'm Team Millennials, and I'm definitely Team Figgy. She's one of my people that I'm rooting for. And with the whole couple thing with Taylor, obviously her name's being called, but here's the thing: you never ever give up on Survivor, because there's always another way. And they were all unsure, but Michelle actually has her head in the game, because she said, why don't we vote Mari off? She's a strategic player, and she's like basically calling the shots on the other team. I mean, why don't we vote her off? So then Figgy and Taylor, thought, yeah, we should vote Figgy off. I mean, not Figgy. We should vote Mari off. And they realized, they definitely have Jay, Taylor, Figgy, and Michelle. So they need Michaela's vote, and Michaela does decide to go with them for now. And Michelle was trying to persuade Will, saying that Figgy would be an easy vote later on. So they get to tribal council, and they're all excited to be there. I mean, it's probably all emotions hitting you at once. You're at tribal council, because you don't want to be there because you're at tribal council, but on the same side, you're a fan of the game, and you're sitting there right next to Jeff Probst. And it was interesting, because they were again brought up Figgy's romance with Taylor, but Michelle's trying to have a side conversation with Hannah, trying to persuade Hannah to vote for Mari, and her and Jay are trying to, and Hannah's like, why? I said, give me a reason. And she's like, I'll tell you later. So while everybody else is talking, Michelle's trying her hardest to persuade Hannah, and she's like, why? I need a reason. So when they all go up to vote, Hannah is the last one to vote, and she's taking a long time to vote, and I'm like, what is she gonna do? I'm like literally sitting in my seat. I'm like, have goosebumps waiting to hear these results. And judging by how early tribal council was on, I thought there was maybe going to be a tie between Mari and Figgy, but oh no, Team Vanua has their head in the game, and they voted off Mari. And let me tell you, I could not be more happier. I could not stand her. It was so self-entitled, and I counted. She mentioned gaming 4 times, including her exit interview. And she clearly does not need the $1 million, because YouTube pays her how much just to sit on her ass and play video games all day. So she definitely did not need the money. So I'm very happy Team Figgy and Team Triforce lives to see another day. But from the previews for next week, Zeke is definitely not happy, that cause he definitely feels betrayed by Hannah, and it seems like there's going to be some kind of advantage next week. They're all like drawing rocks, and I'm not 100%, but it looked like that they might get, one of them might get to observe the Gen X tribe and vice versa. So that would be an interesting twist to see how the other team operates. That would be some vital information for future gameplay. Or maybe whoever draws the rocks, they are a member of the Gen X tribe, and then they're a member of the Millennial tribe. So that should be interesting. I'm kind of waiting for this rumored. There's been a rumor that there's going to be a third tribe, like on Second Chance when they had the Angkor tribe. There's this green buff that was shown, so people are thinking that there's going to be a third tribe. So I'm wondering when they're gonna throw that in there. But I definitely love this season. I'm definitely team Millennials. They definitely have their heads in the game. I now love everyone on the Millennials tribe. So I'm I'm glad my girl Figgy is still in this. I definitely think she can win this. I'm also team Adam. I'm glad he's kind of keeping it low key and he could be the swing vote. I'm definitely also team Adam. I also like team Zeke and team Hannah, but it looks like there's gonna be some friction there next week. So we'll have to wait and see. If you guys want to watch Survivor, it is on Wednesdays, 8 p.m. on CBS. I hope you guys enjoyed tonight's Survivor episode, and I hope you guys enjoyed my Survivor recap. And until next time, stay regal.